Hi guys, welcome back to the Blind Girl Experience. I'm your host Eve Kibare. If you are new to this channel, I lost my sight 3 years ago due to a blood clot in my brain. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey of ups and downs. But the main thing was it's the blood clot that was the problem and not exactly the blindness. So the blindness is like an after effect, or a tattoo. When you're drawing something and then the tattoo, it becomes like the scar. So I wear this scar and I have to wear it permanently. So I feel like losing my sight, yes, it's an inconvenience. Yes, it can be very inconveniencing, but it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. So I feel like moving forward, if you ever meet me somewhere, do not say, sorry, I'm so sorry you lost your sight. I mean, it is what it is. It's more of, it's a thing. It's like I wouldn't tell you, you tell me, oh, I just had a haircut. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'll be like, oh, dude, okay. If I don't know whether to say cool or, so it's okay to just say cool. You don't have to say anything also. So it's been a journey, and if you want to get the full details of the story of how I lost my sight, you can go all the way to episode 1, and I share every detail of how it happened to me. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And second, I'd like to thank all the people who have been part of this community. I mean, we started with 10 subscribers. I remember the first day when I uploaded the first video. It was the trailer first, and I got 10 subscribers. I guess those were my friends and family. And it was so amazing. I'm like, oh my God, it's the beginning, it's a journey. And now we are over 6K subscribers. So thank you, all of you, each and every one of you. You play a part to making me the content creator that I am and making me the person that I am today. So thank you so much, even for the comments, the shout outs, the encouragement. It's been a journey, and I'm really grateful to all of you for being part of this family. So guys, you people, like I said, losing my sight, it has been a journey, and I moved out. I can tell, I don't know if you guys can tell, there is a difference with the aura and environment and atmosphere. Yeah, so I moved out and I'm living by myself. Hey, you guys. Okay, let's just start before. When I moved out, because, well, I've lost my sight, and I'm like, so how am I supposed to navigate my life moving forward? In all honesty, I was distraught. I was really distraught. I could not figure out life moving forward. I'm just like, so now how am I going to transact with M-Pesa? Oh my God, how am I going to live? How am I going to, will I ever live alone by myself ever again? I never thought it was a possibility, because I just thought everything is gonna be difficult. And I'm like you, I thought blindness was a bad thing. It's like the bad thing, the worst thing actually. But after some time you get used to it. After some time it becomes practically normal, and you have to do what you have to do. And every time, I was living with my sister. It's not that she was mean or anything, but after you've lived, having your own independence, you deciding what you're going to eat, you're going to decide whether you want to wash clothes or not, you deciding how you play around with your house, if you want to paint it, if you're literally in charge of your household. But then I wasn't. So I felt like so much was taken away from me just because I lost my sight. And I'm like, why? Will I ever get back to what I used to be? Will I ever get back to the kind of person that I used to be? Will I ever live independently by myself ever again? And then as 1 year crosses, we cross 1 year, and I'm like, okay, clearly nothing is changing. First of all, the first year was about recuperation, because it was a medical condition that led to me losing my sight, and I had to recuperate. At some point, I believe the clot had made me lose my mobility, and so it's like my nerves were recuperating. They were trying to get back on track, like, yeah, we need to hold this body up. And so there was a lot of consultation, medical consultations, and even my mind needed to get well. So it was just a lot of to's and fro's, and my health just needed to get better. And so then I wasn't really thinking much about many things. I was just thinking, okay, I guess this is it. This is life. I mean, I didn't feel like I had a say in how my life is supposed to pan out. And I believe even then, someone would ask me, so what is your plan in the next 5 years? I'd be like, huh? I don't even know about tomorrow. I just know about now. Now I feel like having a drink. But then the drink would be water. Anyway, so the first year, we crossed off the first year, and then the second year, I'm like, man, I need to get back on my track. I need to get back on track. I've already launched the YouTube channel, and the idea was, I thought, create content, people will love the content, and then eventually you get opportunities, and then somebody will be like, yeah, influence for me. I'm like, yes. Then I'll start getting money, and then I'll start providing for myself, and then finally I'll get enough money to move out. But well, the nature of life doesn't always happen the way you predict it to happen or you expect it to happen. So let me tell you, it was a snail pace. One month you get 500 bob, the next month you get 0 shillings, and you're like, gosh, people don't like my content, people are not seeing. So the journey of moving out just seemed like it was an insurmountable task for it to ever happen. And I kind of gave up at some point. I'm like, I don't think this is ever going to happen, so I let it go. And then towards the end of last year, I'm like, what if, man? What if I just take a leap of faith and do this and expect the best? And it seemed like such a big dream. It seemed like climbing a mountain. Honey, I hate hiking. Do not invite me for hikes. I do not like hiking. So I'm just thinking, for me, even a hill is a lot of work. So I'm like, moving out, that is like climbing gong hills. Because even climbing gong hills, I only did 3 hills and I was done. I was like, y'all meet me later. So I'm thinking, do I do it? And what's the worst that could happen? The worst, they came. Oh, you could go broke, then you'll be homeless. And I'm like, yeah, do I really want that? What if I hurt myself? What if this? What if that? Then I was like, Eve, first of all, sit yourself down. So many good things have happened to you. So why do you think the worst is always going, why do we always think about the worst? What about the best things that could happen? And I took the leap of faith and decided to move out. I had some savings. My friends contributed to the savings. And I was like, let me just hope for the best. Let me consult my ancestors and told them, y'all, we need to have a meeting. I need to move out. I need to get back my independence, and I need to live my life. I need it to be as spectacular as possible. I don't know how it's going to be. I mean, I don't have the roadmap, but I have the expectation of a good life. And yeah, I took the leap of faith and moved out. So here is the beautiful house. We'll take a look at it at some point. We'll take a look at it. Yeah. So there are pros and cons, honeys. There are pros and cons because, hey, the first week I was so confused. Because I live alone, but the first week my mom was around, and man, it was so confusing. I would hit I just hadn't gotten the environment itself. So I would leave my kitchen, and then I'd meet with the door, going to the corridor of the bedrooms, right here. And I'm like, is this really necessary? Can't you just announce, hey, incoming? And I'm like, okay, fine. So someone had even suggested I should wear a helmet in my house, and I'm like, I think that would be a very good idea, because this is too much danger. Like, man, I forget to close cabinets. This is where you realize It's like being thrown into the deep ocean after being a child. Because at my sister's, I was a child. Everything was being done for me. I didn't have to go to the kitchen and open cabinets. I didn't have to do anything. Everything was being... So I'm like, hey, I didn't think being independent was this hard tasking. This is what I was going through before. I want soft life. But no, it's been a journey. So I'd meet with the doors, and then sometimes I'd open the kitchen cabinets, and then I forget to close because memory, out of sight, out of mind. Then when I go up, like you rise up, it just meets you again. And you're like, blood clot. Anywho, that was one of the things that I experienced. And then another thing was getting lost. So the feeling of my sitting room is quite big. So sometimes you have an idea of where you're going, but then you find yourself in a whole entire different room and you're like, this is not the bathroom. It feels like the bedroom. Why am I in the bedroom? And then how the bedroom lets you know you're in the bedroom is that the bed hits you over here and you're like, this is not the bathroom. So I was getting lost and I'm just like, hey, man, I don't know whether this house should just start talking to me. You know, like when you leave one room, like kitchen, then you go to the corridor. You're like, yes, thank you for speaking back. And then you go kitchen, bathroom. You're like, okay, fine, wrong room. Bedroom. You're like, great, right room. Because, hey, Aki, how do you get lost in your own house? And it's almost every single day. Until I got used to it, and I was like, phew. So after you get hit a couple of times, you start walking in a snail pace. You walk like you're tiptoeing because it's like you want the house to inform you where you're at. And then now I walk using the walls. I touch the walls. I feel, okay, window. Okay, I guess. Oh, right. So that I stop getting hit. I was like, sometimes you want to be the Otero. I am the man. Not the man, I am the woman. Why am I the man? Adam confused us. I am the woman. So as I'm walking in this house thinking that I own this shit, I don't own anything. They own me. So I had to own it. And I learned how to be able to move around my house. So I use the walls. And so if somebody places something in between the walls, you have just caused an accident. Yeah. Another thing which can go really south or went really south was cooking. Well, the first day I did a good job, but not so good. Well, I did a good job because it was edible. I made some rice with some vegetable stew. But the thing is, I over-peppered my food. So when, the black pepper, I don't know for what reason, I expected the black pepper to make a sound. Like the food to make a sound, like when you put salt, it does shh, and you're like, yay. So the black pepper, it was silent. So I kept, then I was like, I think is it coming out? So in my head, it's not coming out because there's no noise. Friend, I was eating, tearing, everything was just, yes, it was a nice meal. But it was really nice. It was nice, it was just over-peppered. The other time, my friend laughed at me, but she's the one who figured it out. I made cabbage and the kitungu, or the onions, they kind of burnt. So when I was hearing shh, it was not shh. I don't know if there's CH and then there's SH. So it went from SH to CH. And friend, CH means burnt. I didn't understand that method. I didn't understand their language. So when I'm like, we are good. I put salt, cabbage, cooked. Then when I was going to eat it, I was like, this food just tastes. What is wrong with this food? So I added oil. I thought it was the oil. But I'm telling you, I ate that cabbage and it was horrible. Horrible. I'm like, I've never cooked such bad food in my life. And you can't blame it on blindness. But maybe it is the blindness. It is what it is. So yeah, so I left that food alone. I ordered, I just went to Uber Eats, ordered food. I was like, hi, I can't deal with this situation. This is just gone. So my friend finds the food and she's like, Eve, what were you doing? I'm like, I was cooking. Well, this food looks burnt. I'm like, I tried, man, I tried. I didn't know CH, I only knew SH. So I didn't know there was a difference. Well, so if you want to know how I cook, I use three, what are they called? Senses. I use my hearing, and I use feeling and touching, and then, yeah, I don't have a sense of smell. So I have to really be keen on the heat and also the listening. You listen to the different sounds that food makes when you are adding or, subtracting. Whether it's the heat or the spices or the ingredients, you just have to listen. I didn't even know this was a skill that you can harness, but man, I've become a pro of burnt food and unburnt food. So we are doing well. I'm alive so far. So yeah, we are good, right? If I was doing so badly, I think I would have been in a different situation. So yeah, another thing I would say about moving out would be, when you have visitors. So I really enjoy being by myself. Honestly, people think it's lonely, but I enjoy my own company. Man, I crack myself up. And there's enough room to laugh. So yeah, when I have visitors, I love visitors. My friends are amazing people, very amazing. It's just that, hey, these people can come and disorganize you. So when I am living by myself, I know where everything is. My cups, my plates, my forks, my spoons, my sufurias, my chopping boards. I know everything in the kitchen. I know where I put my water bottle. I know where I put my t-shirts, my sweaters, everything, slippers. But when you invite people over, things are misplaced. So you either find there's a shoe where it's not, and I'm like, why? So you're tripped. Then when you're looking for a cup, you look for a cup the whole entire day. When they leave, that's when they leave. You're like, the cups are usually here, but I can't seem to find the cups. Where are the cups? And there's maybe a specific cup I'm looking for, and all the other cups are there, but this specific cup, I'm like, I didn't use this cup. And so I have like 3 spots where I could keep a cup, either at the side of my sofa. I have a sofa bed, and then, or on the side of my bed, or in the kitchen, on the counters. So I'm like, it's not here. I go to my seat, it's not here. I go to my bed, it's not here. So that means, friends, does that mean I have to go on my 4s everywhere? Tap, 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 tap. Kona zote, tap, tap, tap. I'm like, haki huyu mtu sasa ni kazi gani ananifanyisha? So I just make calls. Hi. So I had a cup. I left it at the window. I'm like, oh God, why? You removed it from the cabinet. Why is it that you can't return it back to the cabinet after washing it, or dish rack or something? Anyway, those are the inconveniences, because when you live with people, sometimes they don't understand. It's not because they're mean people. It's an inconvenience. So even spices, oh my God. So spices is a dangerous thing because I don't have a sense of smell. So I put my tea spices on this side, and then the cooking spices for food on this side. So if somebody messes up and just puts them all together, hey, I'm like, I need to call someone. So I have to video call. What can you see? Because oh yeah, that's the one. Oh, okay, fine. So now I have to rearrange. It takes time. The first time you get really angry and really, you're not really angry. You get discombobulated. You're like, man, did this have to happen? So with time, I get to share my experiences with them and explain why I need things returned where they were found, so that it makes it much easier for me to be able to navigate my house again. So yeah, thank you so much, friends. I know you have seen this video. You can comment in the section and help other people. Thank you. Yeah, and then I think one of the things I enjoy the most is just the independence of living by myself. I'm able to give myself enough grace to make mistakes, because I think that was one of the things I struggled with even when I moved in with my sister. It's not because they did not give me room, it's just I was afraid of disappointing people when I make mistakes. And you feel like if I make if the food backfires, that means I'm going to have inconvenienced the whole household because I've burnt the food. For example, the cabbage, that whole sufuria of cabbage just went to the trash, and it would make me feel more disheartened if I was disappointing more than one person. But now, because I am by myself, I'm able to hold myself with grace and still, give myself another chance to make mistakes and become better at it. I've not burnt onions with cabbage in the near future, but I know that's not correct grammar, but it's fine. But I've burnt onions a couple of times, and even when it happens, I don't feel like I've done something wrong. It's just, I'm learning as I make the mistakes. I learn, okay, reduce the heat. This time put enough oil, because the first time I didn't put enough oil. The other time I put too much heat. So I'm learning as I go. But then if I was living under someone else's roof, because I'm not the one who's in charge of the house, and probably I'm not the one who's buying the ingredients, I'll always feel like I need not to disappoint anybody. So it's given me confidence in myself, in trying and making errors and trying and becoming better at things that I probably would never have taken a chance on myself before. Also, it's given me the freedom of, doing things that I like. I listen to my audiobooks on speaker, and I know I'm not inconveniencing anybody. Like, I walk around the house with my speaker, and I listen to it in the sitting room. I go with it to the kitchen, and walking around with it because I feel like I have the freedom to do so. And also listening to my music. So it has built up my confidence in myself, and it's also helped me care for myself and love myself and appreciate myself despite the disability. It's now stopped becoming this bad thing, and it started becoming the inconveniencing thing. Like when, I don't know if you've ever I've cut myself by there on the thumb, and it's an inconvenience. I cannot use my phone as I use my phone before, but it's an inconvenience. It's not the end of the world. I'll find a way to, navigate with the resources that I have. So even for my sight, I don't have it and it's never coming back, but now I'm finding ways to live with it, to live with my blindness without looking down on myself. So it's been a journey, and I'm really, really grateful. I've even gotten the confidence, of ordering, of going out and meeting people. It's given me the confidence of waking up in the morning and creating a routine that works for me. So far, it's been an incredible journey, I will not lie. And like I said, the over 6K subscribers, some of you have come through for me in one way or the other. The 100 bob you send, the 500 bob, the 200 bob, the 10K, the 20K. All of you have just contributed to me saving up to this journey and me being where I am right now. If it wasn't for you guys, man, this would not have been, it wouldn't have been the journey that it is right now. And I'm so, so grateful that you guys keep thinking of me and you keep blessing me with your contributions. And so, yeah, I am happy that I've made this step. I've taken the leap of faith, and so far, so good. I'm alive, right? I think one of the things that I have also learned because of moving, living in this apartment, is that there are people around you who are actually graceful and gracious enough to be part of they are part of your ecosystem. So the caretaker of this apartment is a very cool guy. He's the one who helps me take out the trash, and whenever I have an incident, like things that I'm not able to do them by myself, I usually call him, and he's always willing to help. And so I started looking at life from a point of abundance instead of scarcity, and stop always living in fear, because there's so many things that could go wrong, but there are also so many things that could go right. So yes, it's been a journey, and so I've never lacked. There's always someone who pops in and, you know, comes with shopping. There's always someone who's popping in, or, you know, to check on me as a human being. And people call, and people send their love through financial help. And that has helped me move from 1 month to another. So it's not been an alone journey. Like yes, I am living alone most of the time, but I have a community behind me, and those people have contributed to my joy, because it's not been I've not done this all by myself. I'm still growing the channel. I'm still growing my skill in content creation, and I hope that it's going to grow to the point that I will be able to support myself and my team in a way that, you know, I don't have to feel like I am a beggar. Yeah. So it's a very touchy situation, whereby you are living by faith, literally by faith, every single day. You don't know where money is gonna come from, but somehow you find that that's the month somebody has watched it and they feel like, man, this girl needs some 20 G's like this, and you're like, oh, hallelujah. And it's those people, that it's you people actually who make this help me move from point A to point B, and I'm enjoying the journey, and I'm enjoying learning from my community, and I'm very grateful to all of you who've made this opportunity a reality, because I honestly never thought I was ever going to live independently ever again, but here I am. Man, it's beginnings. These are beginnings. They're called humble beginnings. So guys, that's it. Thank you for joining the Blind Girl Experience. Be part of the community. Like, share, comment. If you feel inspired, if you're going through something in your life that's holding you back and you're like, no, what if? You know, what if everything goes right? What if you actually have the right people who come to you and help you through your process? Believe in yourself, have faith. Faith is not just for words, it's actually just believing in the unseen, right? And I'll tell you from my own experience, it's been a journey of one day at a time, and so far, so good. The universe has provided for me. So yeah, comment, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and add on to this community. And yes, like I said before, all of you who contribute, even that 50 bob, that 100 bob to this channel, man, you guys are contributing to helping me create more content for this channel. So yeah, thank you all of you. Mbarikiwe sana.